No, I'm naturally bald, sir. Jason, you want to mute your microphone, sir, so we don't hear the what seems to be lawnmowers in the background?
Huh?
Mute your microphone so we don't hear the
Lawnmower?
stuff in the background.
I'm not home.
Then mute your microphone so we don't hear the background noise.
How do I do that?
Open the Discord, and at the bottom where it has the microphone, tap the microphone. Okay, the stream is up. If when you're watching the stream, since we have sound in Discord, you want to mute the stream. Um, that way you don't double hear everything. Okay. Alright. Kason, you figured it out yet?
Yeah, I figured it out.
Okay. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to start with factoring. Start at 15 and just kind of work our way through, going through the lessons. That way we're caught back up for when we start class on Monday. So 15 was factoring. So we'll go through a couple of quick ones real fast. If you want to follow along with the problems I'm doing, they're the ones from the book. So we're just going to go through those and kind of do them. So 8x squared. So easy one to begin with. So first step of factoring is that everybody hopefully remembers. Always look for GCF, so look for what they have in common. 8, 12 is obviously a 4. X squared, x to the third, as we talked about. Always take out the smaller one. So 2x minus, nope, not x. 2 minus 3x. Pretty straightforward. I don't think anybody will have a problem with that one. Not a big deal there. That's basic Algebra 1 factoring. Not much of what we'll see in class, but that's the concept that we'll be using. Okay. And as a reminder, these videos will be recorded so you can watch them later if you need them or if you miss class. Also, as an announcement for next week, it will be expected that you attend class as normal, just like regular school. So we'll be expecting that. That's one of the ways that we're going to make sure or try to make sure we don't have to make up any days.
So maybe I'm just dumb, but how do we see the problem?
Twitch, the Twitch stream should have it up.
I'm on Twitch, but it's only like the face.
On the, you have to go to the videos, or go to the home page, not the videos. You're on the videos page, so you're not on the live stream. So I'm assuming that's what the problem is. Let me check and make sure. Turn that on. Make sure. Does that work? Okay. Okay. Alright. You're not looking. Okay. So everybody good now? Has video and everything if they need it? Okay, so x cubed plus 1 minus x squared minus 1, 3. Alright, now back to more typical problems that we would see. So you have x cubed plus 1 cubed, 2x minus x squared minus 1, 3, x cubed plus 1, and 3x squared. So what is my first step going to be here? Don't everybody talk at once.
Group.
What do you mean group? Anthony, elaborate.
Make that x cubed plus 1. And put them together.
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So what you're saying, I believe, is
Make
that
them x cubed plus, or x cubed to the 4th power.
okay, that's definitely not what you do. You can't. You're not. If you're multiplying them, then that would be x cubed plus 1 to the 4th. But we're not doing that. Anybody else have any ideas?
No.
Calvin? So you have to remember.
I'm lost.
You have to remember we're looking for, yes, we're factoring, so we're looking for common terms. What do they have in common? So we have that term
X
and that
cubed
term.
plus 1.
So we have x cubed plus 1. How many of them?
Only one of them.
Okay, so we're going to bring them out front. I can only pull out one of them. Is there anything else they have in common besides that? I'm going to take the silence as people saying that's all they have in common.
I think so.
Okay, so we have to remember that this term here is two different pieces. So the 2 and the x are two different pieces. So do I have any things that are a multiple of 2 in the second one? And obviously I'm going to hope everybody sees that the answer is yes, we do. Or sorry, no, we don't. I was doing the wrong thing in my head. But do we have any x's in the second one? And we end up having some x's right there with the x squared. So you have to be careful. What might help a lot of you is to rewrite the second term over here as 9x squared. X squared minus 1. X cubed plus 1. And I'll get rid of that line so it doesn't look like a division problem. So that will probably help most of you when factoring and looking for common terms. So anytime you get a problem, feel free to rewrite it. As long as you're following proper rules, you can rewrite it just like that. So now we can factor out 1x. I'm going to put that out front. And then most of you like the brackets, so I'll use brackets. On the first term, what happens if I take out the x cubed plus 1? What do I have left?
X
first
squared
term?
plus 2.
Cube plus 1 squared.
Isn't.
Okay, so you got to remember, if I have 3 of these and I took out 1, as correctly mentioned, then I'm going to have 2 of them left. So I have x cubed plus 1 squared. Because I had 3 of them to begin with, and I took 1 of them and put it out front. If I have 2x and I take out that x, what do I have left?
Just 2.
2.
Wow.
Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and move that up front just to make it look like what we're used to seeing. Now, since I'm factoring out all positive terms, this subtraction here is going to stay, so it'll stay subtraction. Have I messed with the x squared minus 1? So am I factoring anything out of that one?
No, right?
No, so that one,
There's nothing common.
right, so that one will stay. The 9x, I'm taking out an x just like before, so that's going to turn into 9x. But what did I do that x cubed plus 1 up there?
Put it in. No. Wait.
How many did I have to begin with on the right? So how many x cubed plus 1s do I have on the right to begin with?
1.
1.
And how many did I take out?
1.
1.
So what do I have left?
1.
Well, if I had 1 and I
Zero.
took 1, I have 0. So remember, for the first time around, just like in class, I'll write it like this. I have 0 of them. And I can finish my bracket. However, as I'm going to hope we all remember, what is x cubed plus 1 to the 0 power?
1.
1.
1. So do I need to write that?
No.
No. In the future, I will not write it like that. For the first problem, I'm writing it that way just to kind of show some things out. Okay, so now I can go ahead and simplify this a little bit by changing that to 1, to x cubed plus 1 squared minus 9x squared minus 1, end bracket. Okay. Is there anything else I can do with this problem before I'm done? Okay, by your silence, I'm going to assume everybody thinks we're done.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay.
Mr. O'Donnell, how do I mute
Yeah, I
Twitch,
think so.
please?
Bottom left, there's a little speaker. Click it. And it should put a little X on it for you, Madeline.
No, there's not a little speaker.
There should be volume control somewhere. I don't use it on my phone, so I'm not 100% sure if anybody else could help
I'm
her.
on a computer.
Oh, then yeah, that's exactly where it's at. Bottom left next to pause or play, there's a little speaker with a volume slider.
There's.
Are you on
I
the app or
promise it's
online?
not there. The app.
Okay, hold on, let me pull up my app.
It's next to your name.
Okay, but is it just me or the audio not synced with the video?
The Twitch will always have about a 5-second-ish delay, so it will never be synced.
My delay is like a solid 30 seconds.
That's
My
really
delay
bad.
is just small enough.
I don't
so
know
think
why, man. It's just, I don't know.
Let's get
My
O'Donnell
mouse must be
verified so
struggling.
it's live.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Okay, even on the Twitch app, it's right on the bottom left. I don't know how you're watching it, because I just pulled mine up. It's on the bottom left, right next to the play and pause button.
there are no. I'm so.
You're on your computer, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's really strange.
I can send you a picture.
Do it. Send it in Discord real fast so I can try to help you.
Yeah, she sent a picture. It wasn't there. I saw.
Did you move your mouse around the inside of the thing? Because that's when, like, it goes away until I move my mouse around. Like where I can go
Yes.
full screen. You have the full screen option, like the theater mode, all that.
Yes.
But there's no sound option?
Exactly.
That's really strange. What kind of computer do you have? Like, is it a Mac or a Windows?
Chromebook.
Ooh.
Chromebook.
That sucks.
Yeah. Hold
Huh.
on.
Option 4.
Maybe it's on the settings at the top right.
Try that too.
You're using Discord on your phone though, right?
Yeah.
Just
Well,
turn the volume off on the Chromebook. On the Chromebook, turn the volume all the way down. Or just go to the website instead of using the app, maybe. That I don't. Cause I mean, that's really strange that you don't have any
Okay.
sound options. That work for you, sweetie?
I think yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm assuming everybody thinks we're done with this problem. However, this is a very tricky problem. You have to be careful. I don't know if she'd ever give you something like this or not, but both x cubed plus 1 and x squared minus 1 are factorable. Do we know what they factor into?
Don't you have to use the soap thing for one of them?
Yes, very good, Miss Abby, for remembering that. The first one is SOAP. Remember, SOAP stands for the same opposite, always positive. So when we factor this, x cubed plus 1, make that a bracket, we get same, so plus opposite, always positive. Now the thing about that is this is all squared. Again, this is not the easiest problem. I don't know why they put it in here, but just in case they give you something crazy like this, especially considering things I doubt they'll go this far. But and then we can also factor x squared minus 1 into what?
X plus 1 what? Or x plus 1, x minus 1.
Very good, Miss Maddie. So x plus 1 and then x minus 1. What do we notice happens now?
Isn't that it?
Nope.
You factor out x plus 1.
So now they both have an x plus 1, as Miss Abby just pointed out. Very good. So this is
What
a
happens
very...
What happens to the -1 by the, or after the 9?
It'll end up staying there when we factor, because we're not going to mess with it. We're only going to mess with the x plus 1s. So those are the only things that'll be modified. Everything else will stay the same way. So
Okay.
what we have to be careful and realize is that this x plus 1 in the first one here is squared. So there's 2 of them. So we're not going to completely remove that first one. We're only going to take out one of them. So when I bring out that, so we get x plus 1, x cubed plus 1. I'm not messing with the 2, so the 2 stays. I'm removing one x plus 1 out of 2, so I still have one. This x squared minus x plus 1 will stay squared. And as already mentioned, this x minus 1 will stay. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Wait, how did the -9x go from that to -9?
Because I left off an x, thank you for catching that.
Okay.
So it'd be 9x times x minus 1.
Yeah, just they both have an x in them.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything else makes sense with the problem?
Yes. I think his sound cut off.
What is he doing? Oh, he's talking to his dad.
Pee break.
That's probably his dad.
That was scary.
Oh, I see him.
Yes, that is my dad. He came in. We're getting ready to go to the doctor's office.
Finger poking her.
Yes, he was trying to let me know he was there, and he came in. Any questions as far as that problem goes?
Which problem is this in the book?
It is the second problem in the notes part of the book. It's not an actual problem as far as your homework. It's when I looked at it, I don't know why they would have put it first, because that's completely ridiculous to me. But that is what they had first for some ungodly reason. All right. Any other questions on that problem?
I think that's it.
Okay. That's pretty much the most difficult one we're going to get. So I wouldn't worry about doing much more than that. As far as difficulty levels, that's about it. We'll do another couple quick ones. I'll do a homework problem or two for you guys real quick. That's super easy. We'll do a fractional one so we can refresh on that. So,
Oh yeah, I meant to ask. Do we do the homework and like send it to you, or do we just not?
at this point, we're kind of on I don't know territory. So we're going to have to wait until we get some words from Gulf Coast, to be honest. For now, I would just suggest working the homework because you have a test coming up. I wouldn't necessarily worry about doing all of it currently. That may be something we have to end up doing. Most of this homework that we're going to be going over, you should have already done.
When is the test?
Again, waiting on Gulf Coast. I would
Oh,
assume
yeah,
that it will be next week,
next week.
because that's when we come back.
So we're gonna take it like on a computer or something?
My thought is that we'll probably do it on Zoom or Proctor U. I'm sorry. Proctor U is basically where they proctor you while you're taking a test if you have online classes and stuff. A lot of universities and colleges use it, but that's for them to determine because this is their choice. So once that happens, we'll find out. Once they tell us. Once I know, I will tell you.
Okay.
Wait, how good can they like keep an eye on you?
Quite good.
Oh,
To where like
Jada
if,
turned
Pretty
me.
good. Are you sure?
to where if anything happens, you will get your test invalidated.
How do they know? If I'm using my phone, how do they know?
You have to have a
Ain't no
webcam
way.
and things set up like that. You have to have the.
Oh, I don't have
So
webcams.
I am telling you all of what I know. Unless they have another option, that's pretty much the only option, which you'll have to figure out, and they'll have to figure out how people are going to do that. But I don't know. So like I said, as of now, it's all speculation, so it doesn't really matter specifics. Okay, so you should be able to see the problem on the board. It's number 9 if you want to follow along in the book. So this is number 9 from the homework. All right. So at this point, what is my first step going to be?
Wait, is that -1/2 for the exponent on the last?
Last one on the right, yes, x squared minus 4 to the -1/2.
Would it be like 2x plus 1?
Squared.
Yeah, 2x plus 1 squared.
2x plus 1 squared on the first one, 2x plus 1 cubed on the second one.
Yeah, you take out the 2x plus.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so first step is going to be to do what?
Take out the 2x plus 1 squared.
Yep. Okay. So there's 2 of them on the first one, 3 of them on the second one, so I will take out 2 of them. Anything else they have in common?
You can take out the x squared minus 4 to the -1/2.
Y to the -1/2, Harrison?
Because it's smaller than 1/2.
Correct. Very good. Anything else?
No.
Okay. So let me start actually pulling things out. And so let's see, we get 6, obviously not messing with the number. What happens when I take out x squared minus 4 to the -1/2 out of x squared minus 4 to the +1/2?
Do 1/2 minus -1/2.
And that is
1.
1.
So it's just x squared minus 4.
Yep, and I'll put a 1 on there to be the first time, but I will not do that in the future. Okay. Right. And then I'm not messing with I'm taking both 2x plus 1 squareds out, so I'm going to not put anything there. I'm not messing with the x. I am taking out 2 of those from the 2x plus 1, so I'm leaving one of them. And then I took out the negative 1/2 minus negative 1/2. Remember, that gives you 0. So we're taking out all of those. And then last step is to just fix the inside here. So we're going to get 6x squared minus 24 plus 2x squared plus x. And we're also going to move the negative exponent down to the denominator. So get 2x plus 1 squared, 8x squared plus x minus 24, and move that x squared minus 4 down and make it a positive 1/2.
I thought when you factored you didn't like simplify.
You need to simplify the inside to see if it factors anymore and you can do anything with it. And in this case we cannot, so we're good.
This isn't as hard as I thought.
It's not. Alright. And I will have to end class a little early today. I'll be posting this video later. Any questions before I end it?
Nope.
No.